Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Today is 13th day of January 2025, being Monday. Yesterday was Sunday. If you are a Christian and you used to go to church, you went to church yesterday and returned back, I want you to have it in mind that there were some persons who went to church like you did, but they did not return back. Yes, I mean in Kaduna State, 16 persons were kidnapped inside the church. Now, before we go into the details of what transpired in Kaduna State yesterday, I want to give you the story of the governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani. Uba Sani, I perceived him to be a good man, and right from when he was a senator, I always liked his stance against insecurity. When Uba Sani was one of the senators representing Kaduna District, he always condemned paying bandits. He always condemned, negotiating with any kind of terrorist. He don't like it when he was a senator. He criticized people who pay all this ransom, negotiation to the bandits. And I think we love that because we discovered that paying ransom or negotiating with all these people over and over again is not the solution. I am one of the people who always encourage non-kinetic approach to insecurity or agitation. But when you continue to negotiate with people and they begin to play with you like a fool, this person doesn't know. This is this. We are not bending. We are not negotiating. Let us just go there and collect money. That was what the terrorists were doing. Now, fast track to 2023, Uba Sani became the governor of Kaduna State. What did he do? He started calling the bandits, negotiating with them, giving them money, rehabilitating them to the detriment of the victims. A lot of victims of the banditry and terrorism are in Kaduna State. No house for them. Some of them are in refugee camp. They abandoned them, but they focus on rehabilitating the people who caused the havoc against the victim. It doesn't work like that. Now, last 3 weeks, after negotiating with them, giving them everything they need, he came to the national television, TVC News, Channels Television. He told the whole world the reason why he's doing that he wants to eradicate the banditry. Fast track to yesterday, that is about 3 weeks. The same people he paid, they went back, they kidnapped 16 Christians in the church. This is unacceptable. Yesterday, it reads that breaking, bandits kidnapped 16 worshippers from Kaduna Church, despite Uba Sani government's peace deal claims. Yes, this government claimed that they had a peace deal with all these terrorists. Peace deal doesn't work because they have an agenda before your peace deal. And that is why I condemn Buhari when Buhari was inducting Boko Haram into the Nigerian army. People condemned me, said Buhari was doing the right thing, that would stop Boko Haram. Those people he inducted into the military, Nigerian army came to tell us that they cut away everything they gave them. You can't change people's mentality. They want something. They want Sharia. They want Islamic State. This is what they want. I think the best thing people should be looking into is giving these people what they want. If you claim that these people are Nigerians, either you imported them or not, if you claim that these people are Nigerians, give them referendum because they can't continue to spread terrorism all over the country. The only way to stop them is to give them referendum and let them have their Sharia state. For me, it's my opinion. I don't know about you. Now, let's go into this article that reads that group of armed bandits launched an attack on a worship center in Kaduna State on Sunday, adopting 16 congregants. For my fellow friends who are not Nigerians, like I always said, when you see bandits from Nigerian media, it connotes terrorists. Okay, banditry is terrorism in Nigeria because these people they call bandits, they kill, they carry AK-47, they do all sort of things. So they are not bandits, they are terrorists. That is just for misconception of the word. The connotation of the word in Nigeria is different from every part of the world. Now, the incident occurs roughly a week after the Kaduna State government announced a peace agreement with the armed bandits who had previously been responsible for kidnapping and killing in the state. According to reports, the state government recently took steps towards achieving peace at a large number of bandits operating in that list. 5 local government areas agreed to lay down their arms and end their violent activities. These bandits had been wreaking havoc in Chikun, Kajuru, Kagako, Giwa, and Birni Gwari local government areas, using hideouts to launch attacks on communities and major highways, including the Kaduna-Abuja, Kaduna-Birni Gwari, and Funtua-Birni Gwari roads. The recent peace agreement reportedly brokered with the assistance of the federal government agencies led to the surrender of several bandits leaders and their followers, who pledged to renounce violence and lay down their arms. However, in a concerning development report have emerged of the fresh attack by bandits on Jia village in the Chukwu local government area of Kaduna State. Now, when this governor was a senator, this was what he was condemning. He said, and I quote, I'm quoting him now, "Even though you give bandits, terrorists, the whole money in the world, they will continue to do what they are doing." That was what he said when he was a senator. But why did he come out now and begin to give the same people money and they are not stopping what they are doing? They are not stopping. So, according to UN's report, Kaduna State, Plateau State, and Borno State are the three states who has the highest rate of Christian persecutions. So, if these people had been kidnapped along the road, it's a different case. Coming to a worship center to kidnap people is like coming to a mosque and adopting people. It's the same thing. It doesn't make sense at all. Now, the article continues that the incident was confirmed by local residents, Bundus Lukman, who shared the news on his Facebook page, as well as a source from Damba Village, located off the Kaduna Birindi-Gwari Road. On Sunday morning, armed bandits stormed Aheri Baptist Church during a worship service, causing chaos and panic. The bandits, armed with weapons, abducted 16 worshippers and dispersed the congregation, with many managing to escape, according to the source. Kaduna State Governor Mr. Obasani recently announced that the government has reached an agreement with the armed bandits aimed at ending banditry and kidnapping in the state. Governor Obasani of Kaduna State on Thursday received the first set of repentant bandits and opened the cattle market, which had been closed for about 10 years due to insecurity. In November 2024, the governor reaffirmed his administration's commitment to fairness and justice for all residents, regardless of their profession or background. To this end, the Kaduna State government established the Peace Dialogue Group in collaboration with the federal agencies. The group has been actively engaging stakeholders to promote peaceful coexistence among farmers, herders, and traders. I'm not against what the governor did. I'm not against that someone is setting up a group to negotiate, to stopping all these things. But there is a statement that people always use. They said, when you continue to do the same thing in the same way, don't expect a different result. This is the same thing people have been doing, rehabilitating, putting them into military, doing all that. Does this solve the problem? Isn't it time we begin to think that, look at, this is an ideology that giving money, doing all those things can stop. It can stop it. Now, Governor Sani's initiative aims to address the root cause of the conflict and foster a harmonious environment conducive to development. Through numerous meetings and extensive discussion, we have built bridges of trust. Several senior bandit leaders have laid down their arms and embraced peace along with their followers, he said. You can build trust with terrorists, but you can build trust with people who are agitating. You can build trust with people who are agitating. If they give you their word, they will give it to you. Now, let me use an example of Niger Delta militants. Those people were agitating because you're exploring oil from their land, destroying their farms, and you are not giving them what they wanted. When government negotiated with them, everything ended in peace. That is people who are agitating for the right thing. But these bandits, if you like, negotiate with them from now till next 10 years. It's not going to stop. So the earlier we realize that giving these people what they want, which is their religion, their way of life, the better. By the way, we have confirmed now with that number that the government are sponsoring these people. That people in government are sponsoring these people. And we have the proof, we have the evidence. It's all over the internet. Even the police, Commissioner of Police in Zamfara State told us that they even arrested some House of Assembly members who are bandits. So what are you talking about? Anyway, let us get to the end of the article. It says, according to him, repentant bandits are being enrolled in a rehabilitation program designed by the state government in partnership with the federal government. You enroll bandits into rehabilitation, okay? But what about the victims? Yeah, what about the victims? Yesterday, the people I spoke with in Kaduna, so the way they talk, how the bandits have deserted so many people. They live in fear. They don't have homes. Some of them can't pay school fees again because they can't go to farm where they earn money. And you now rehabilitating people who cause that is a reward for criminality. And that is what Nigeria is known for. And this thing is going to consume everybody. Now, it goes on to say that this program adheres to international standard of disarmament, the demobilization and reintegration, ensuring that these individuals can return to the society as productive citizens, he said. He, however, warned that the rehabilitation of repentant bandits would be based on the principle of carrot and stick, noting that while we welcome those who choose peace, we will not hesitate to take decisive action against anyone who continue to perpetuate violence. Okay? Efforts to reach the spokesperson for the State Police Command, Mansour Hassan, for comments failed, as he said he was driving when we called him. I am driving now. When I parked, I will get back to you. This is the exact word he said. Anyway, what do you think about this ugly incident? For me, it's not something that is going to stop. The governor of Zamfara State told us that they know these people, they know where they live, they know everything about them, but they can't fight them. They can't fight them, they can't stop them, but they know everything about them. As I said, I repeat, Commissioner of Police in Zamfara State, fact-check me, okay? He said that they arrested politicians, including House of Assembly member, former local government chairman, youth leaders who are members of bandits, who are terrorists. So terrorists is making laws for you. How do you think this country is going to progress? Who bewitched us? This is the story of the blind tribe that I used to narrate all the time. We are blind. This is complete blindness. For anyone to come out to think that Nigeria will work while politicians are supporting terrorists, it's insane. It sounds stupid. Anyone who thinks Nigeria will work when politicians are supporting terrorists is a damn fool. I'm sorry to use the word. Because it doesn't make sense. Who formed Boko Haram is still working free. People who supported Boko Haram is still working free. The head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency, Kunde Olawumi, came to the national television, told us that, look at, when I was the head of Nigeria Intelligence Agency as a Navy commander, we arrested Boko Haram members. We wanted to eradicate terrorism out of Nigeria. We wanted to wipe them away. But once we arrest them, they will mention people in presidency, senators, governors. And you can't go and arrest those people because with a phone call, they will remove you from that position because they appointed you. So we all are just blind to the reality. And so many politicians play as if they don't know what is going on because you have police who is leading you, following you up and down. The day of reckoning is coming. The day of reckoning is coming and there is no two ways about it. Everyone who wants Nigeria to be one is because of their business interest and what they are gaining from this contraption. It is not because of human interest. For me, humanity first. Humanity first. Every other thing can follow. Every other thing can come as secondary. But humanity first. If you don't have conscience, because you have to do business all over the Nigeria, the population is there for you, it is working for you, right? What about people who are dying, who are being kidnapped every day? They aren't human beings? Let me tell you, the 16 people kidnapped yesterday from the church are equivalent to president, vice president, senate president, deputy senate president, speaker, deputy speaker, and national security advisor. Mention the whole politician system, top politicians. They have the same soul. So think about it. What about president was kidnapped, vice president was kidnapped, the whole Nigeria is supposed to be shaking. But those people who were kidnapped are no longer human beings. That is why I love countries who don't tolerate all these things, who don't play with their citizens. Go and kidnap Americans. You hear it hot. Kidnap Israel citizens. You will hear it hot. But Nigeria kills their own. Nigeria will do everything against their own. But the truth is this, we cannot continue like this. Let me know what you think on the comment section.
It's not about ransom. They just want to pass a message. We can come in. We can do what we need to do. And there are some hardliners in this government that are sponsoring this kind of narratives. They just want to show that they can Islamize this country. They think about Taliban. They think about the Mujahideens. And they want to replicate it in this country. And they don't care what happened. They simply don't care. As long as at the end of the day, there's Sharia and there is whatever thing they have in their head they want to achieve. So these people that are sending messages are sponsored by Nigerians. You remember this Boko Haram issue started since 2012. Yeah. And I was in the military intelligence that time. We arrested those people. It is my organization that actually conducts interrogation and interview. They mention names. I can't come on air and start mentioning names of people that are presently in government now that I know, presently in government, that the boys that we arrested mentioned. Some of them are governors now. Some of them are in the Senate. Some of them are in Asu Rock. The intention is to Islamize Nigeria and practice Sharia. And it doesn't matter if some people die. It doesn't matter if you're embarrassed. It doesn't matter if our economy has degenerated. Look at the interest rate. Look at the inflation rate. Look at the debt profile of Nigeria. They don't care. As long as at the end, Quran is at the sea. So some people in this country have this mindset. And we must tell the truth. If you tell the truth, you die. If you don't tell it, you die. Some people have this mindset to Islamize the nation. And they are in the government. And people know them. The DSS know them. The NIA know them. The DIA knows them. You can't succeed without an inside person. And this attack you saw has insiders collaboration.